What's up guys, Houndish here, and today I wanted to jump in and take a look at the fully upgraded Masterworked Graviton Lance in Destiny 2. So this kind of feels like the top prize inside of this faction rally, or at least it's the one which people have spoken about the most, and it looks like a lot of people are currently trying to pick up the Graviton Lance Catalyst. Of course, it's a pretty dominant weapon inside of the Crucible, and it's one that saw a major rework back in May with the Warmind DLC. So in this video I want to talk about whether it's worth the grind, how much difference the Graviton Lance Catalyst is going to make depending on your platform of course, so let's jump straight into it. So we can see the Masterworked Graviton Lance right here. Of course, this one comes from Dead Orbit. I'm going to say thanks to my pals Krista and Potsy for letting me jump on their accounts to actually grab some gameplay of this weapon. I've been super busy this week getting ready for E3 and all of that kind of stuff, so I haven't had a chance to actually grind. But as you probably already know, the Graviton Lance Catalyst will come from Dead Orbit. Of course, you have to reach rank 50 to actually pick it up. I'll talk about more of the unlock requirements in a moment, but in terms of what the Catalyst actually does, it's going to grant you plus 20 points of range, but probably more exciting would be the Hidden Hand perk, which has been added to the weapon. It grants better target acquisition, actually bumping the aim assist stat up by 15 points. Of course, we haven't had any weapons with Hidden Hand in Destiny 2 so far, and I believe back in Destiny 1, Hidden Hand would actually grant a 15% aim assist boost, and so according to those stats, it's actually the exact same as it was back in Destiny 1. Now, are these perks actually going to improve the Graviton Lance? Well, of course, range, it isn't something that the Graviton Lance desperately needed. The Lance has a base range of 73 points, and so you can actually push that over 90 points when you got this fully upgraded. Like I said, it didn't desperately need that range buff, but this kind of pairs in with Hidden Hand a little bit. So of course, Hidden Hand gives you that better target acquisition. It's essentially going to make targets stickier, and this is pretty noticeable to be fair. It feels like shots land that little bit easier, and you can kind of ADS into shots quickly and hit them more consistently. And this is always a good thing, of course, because in PvP, which is the primary place people are using this right now, if you're being hit by enemy weapons, you're going to get high flinch. And all around for console, this is going to be a pretty solid bonus. And of course, that range stat ties into this because it's simply going to make the weapon more consistent. I believe the range is also going to improve target acquisition at longer distances, especially paired with Hidden Hand. And different archetypes of weapon have benefited from range for quite a long time in Destiny. Range can actually improve projectile grouping as well. Let's remember that Graviton Lance is a 2-round burst pulse rifle technically. You use it like it's a scout rifle. It feels pretty similar to the older class of high impact scouts from D1 that could 3-tap. So the combination of bonus range and aim assist, it is going to make the weapon a lot more consistent. Also helpful in PvE content, although I don't think it's quite as big as in PvP. Now there is the discussion of PC. I 100% agree the Graviton Lance Catalyst is going to be much more noticeable on the console version than it will on the PC, and I'd say that the grind for this Catalyst is much less appealing if you are a PC player. Having said that though, the range and the aim assist change, especially the accuracy that you'll get at longer distances, it will technically improve with this. It's just that with the accuracy you can already get on PC, it's not going to be anywhere near as noticeable. And so, is Graviton Lance actually worth going after? Well, firstly, if you're using the weapon a lot in the Crucible right now, then absolutely yes, it's going to be worth going after, especially if you are a console player. Graviton is pretty much the top primary type weapon that people are using in the Crucible. Anybody who has the Masterworked version will have a slight edge on other players, and so until that meta changes or something else crops up which is really strong, both Graviton Lance but also this Catalyst are going to be kind of a big deal in the Crucible. So those are my thoughts on the Graviton Lance Catalyst, guys. Obviously this will benefit the weapon in PvE content as well, but it does feel like this is a much more PvP focused upgrade. The final thing to mention would be the actual kills that you need to make for the weapon. So you need to get a bunch of actual kills and then a bunch of Cosmology kills as well. You're pretty much going to want to use the typical methods, loading into Castellum and clearing enemies, or kicking off the escalation protocol on level 1. This can be a pretty efficient way to do these upgrades as well. It's one of those, you just need the most amount of enemies, you need to shoot away and blow heads up until you finally get it done. So anyway guys, like I said, let me know if you've managed to pick this thing up or if you've tried it out, any thoughts that you have on it. If you've enjoyed this video though, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe if you want to see more Destiny 2 content. Check out my sponsor Into the AM for some awesome clothing in their store. Really neat hats, hoodies, shirts, bandanas, accessories, Overwatch League shirts, and more. And you can save 10% by using code Houndish. The link for that will be below. For now though, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you very soon.
Wage war like a true titan. Together as one. I love it. That's a power play. Zone A captured. You have advantage.